Hello student, myself Manoj Srivastav. I am going to discuss your chapter number 3, current electricity. In current electricity, I am going to discuss first conductor. So, first I give definition. Those materials which transfer heat and electricity are called conductors. Conductors are having large number of free electrons and less resistance. Okay, for example, all the metals like aluminium, copper, ferric, silver, etc. Okay, when no voltage is applied across the conductor, these free electrons moves randomly throughout the conductor due to temperature, and the speed obtained by these electrons due to temperature is called its thermal speed, and it is denoted by Vt. You can see here in the conductor, in absence of electric field or voltage, you can see these electrons are moved randomly, and therefore the average thermal speed Vt becomes 0 in absence of electric field. Thermal speed of free electrons can be obtained by taking kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of free electrons is equal to 1 by 2 m Vt square, and according to kinetic theory of gas, it is equal to 3 by 2 kBt, where first you cancel 1 by 2, so Vt square is equal to 3 kBt upon m, and therefore Vt is equal to root of 3 times of kBt upon m. So nearly the speed of free electrons due to temperature is given by the formula Vt equal to 3 kBt upon m, in which here Vt is thermal speed, Vt is thermal speed, Kb Boltzmann constant, and its value is nearly 1.38 into 10 raised to the power minus 23, and its unit is joule per Kelvin. M is the mass of electron, m is the mass of free electrons, and T you can write here, it is absolute temperature. Okay, so this is thermal speed. Now I discuss here mean free path. As we know that when free electrons move randomly inside the conductor, they collide with each other. Okay, so the average distance traveled by the free electrons between two successive collisions is known as its mean free path. Clear? and it is denoted by lambda. If suppose lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 and so on with the distance traveled by the electrons in n collisions. So mean free path is given by lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n and divided by n. This is mean free path of electrons. Now in same way here next point comes, that is a relaxation time. A relaxation time it is denoted by tau, and same way it is defined as the average time taken by free electrons between two successive collisions. So you note definition is it is the average time taken by free electrons between two successive collisions. Two successive collisions. And it is denoted by tau. Let if tau 1, tau 2, tau 3 and so on, if tau 1, tau 2, tau 3 and so on with the time taken during the successive collisions, so average time or relaxation time is given by tau is equal to tau 1 plus tau 2 plus tau 3 and so on tau n divided by capital N, where n is the number of collisions. Okay, so these are the terms related to conductor in absence of electric field. Now here I am going to discuss the effect of potential difference on conductor. Clear? So you can see here in the figure, when potential difference V is applied across the end of conductor, so end A becomes at higher potential and end B is at lower potential due to this potential difference. As a result, an electric field is developed across the end of conductor from higher potential end towards lower potential end. Clear? So due to this electric field, electrons experience a force in the direction opposite to electric field, because you know electrons having negative charge, and due to this electric field electrons experience electric force in the direction opposite to the electric field. Clear? So you can see here, this is the thermal speed of electron, and due to this electric field it slightly drift towards higher potential end. Same way here, this electron move in this direction, and due to this electric field it shift towards higher potential end, and same way here. Overall you can see, suppose if V1 with the velocity of this electron, V1 vector with the velocity of this electron, this due to this field, and V2 with the velocity of this electron in this electric field. Clear? And so on. You can write here, suppose V1 vector, V2 vector and V3 vector are the velocities of these electrons due to the electric field in opposite direction of electric field. Clear? So average of this velocity is known as drift velocity. Clear? Now definition you can see here. Due to combined effect of electric force and collisions with the ions, the average speed acquired by electrons are called its drift velocity and denoted by Vd vector. So if suppose V1 vector, V2 vector, V3 and so on with the and Vn vector, basically with the velocity of n electrons, then average velocity or drift velocity of free electrons is given by Vd vector, and Vd vector is equal to V1 vector plus V2 vector plus V3 vector, and suppose the velocity of nth electron here Vn vector and divided by n. So this is the average velocity or drift velocity of free electrons. Okay. Now here I am going to discuss the expression of drift velocity in terms of relaxation time and electric field. Clear? Now I am going to discuss the expression drift velocity Vd equal to E vector upon m into tau, where the meanings of these terms already I discussed. Clear? So as we know that when potential difference V is applied across end of this conductor, electrons start drifting from lower potential end towards higher potential end, and an electric field is developed across the end. So first start from here. If potential difference, if V is the potential difference between the ends of conductor, and capital L is length of conductor. Clear? As we know that electric field, therefore electric field or electric field strength, this is obtained by using this relation E is equal to minus dV upon dr. You know, E is equal to minus dV upon dr. So electric field can be obtained here by using the above formula. E is equal to applied voltage V upon length L. This is first equation. Due to this electric field, electrons experience force. Now if E be the charge on electron, if E be the charge on electron, therefore force on electron due to this field, and it is given by F equal to minus small e into capital E, because negative sign here indicate electrons experience force in the direction opposite to electric field. Clear? This is electric field, therefore acceleration of free electron. Acceleration by Newton's second law, we know that E is equal to F upon m, where m is the mass of electron. So acceleration is equal to minus E, capital E by m. This is acceleration of electron, and this acceleration is constant for all the electrons inside the conductor. Clear? Because here all the values are same for each electrons. Mass and charge are same and electric field is constant. Therefore acceleration A is equal to F upon m. So A, this is equal to E, capital E by m. Understand? Now suppose due to this acceleration, electron inside the conductor start moving or drifting from lower potential end towards higher potential end with velocity v. So use first equation of motion, v using first equation of motion. As we know that v is equal to u plus at. Clear? So here u, as I discussed, the average thermal speed of electrons, of free electrons, and a, acceleration of electron after application of potential difference, and t is the relaxation time. So you can put v, take here average, v average equal to u average plus a into t average, where the meaning of v average here, it is drift velocity for all electrons. So here you can take vd is the drift velocity, and u average means average thermal speed of free electrons, and this is 0. And acceleration here from second equation you can put here, acceleration is minus e, capital E by m. This is constant for all these electrons, and average time taken, this is the relaxation time for electrons, so it is taken as tau. Clear? So you can take here vd is equal to minus e by m upon e by m into tau. In vector form this can be arranged like this, vd vector is equal to minus e into tau upon m, and here vector e. This expression gives the relation between drift velocity, electric field, and relaxation time. Clear? Now next I am going to discuss here mobility of free electrons, mobility of electrons and relation between mobility and drift velocity. So next topic, here you note mobility of free electrons. mobility of electrons. It is denoted mobility of electrons. Mobility of electrons, it is denoted by mu and defined as the magnitude of drift velocity per unit electric field. It is defined as the magnitude of drift velocity per unit electric field. Understand? The magnitude of drift velocity per unit electric field is called mobility of free electrons, and it is denoted by mu. So from this definition it is clear that mobility of electron mu is equal to drift velocity of electrons upon electric field, that is electric field intensity. So this is equal to Vd is drift velocity upon electric field. So mu is equal to Vd upon E. Mu here called mobility of free electrons, and the unit of mobility, from this you can see here drift velocity, SI unit of drift velocity is meter per second, and electric field measure also volt per meter by using the same relation here, dV upon dr, electric field measure volt per meter. So the unit of mobility, SI unit of mobility is meter square upon volt into second. This is SI unit of mobility of free electrons. Then you can relate mobility and mobility and drift velocity. Here mu is equal to Vd upon E, and from this relation you can see here Vd upon E. Another formula for this, mu is equal to drift velocity upon electric field, and from this it is clear that E into tau upon m. Clear? mu is equal to Vd upon E, or E into tau upon m, and E can be written as E is equal to V by L. So this also you can change. Understand? So note down. Maybe up to this you understand. So this is basic relation between drift velocity, a relaxation time, and mobility of free electrons. Understand? Or this formula also you can write drift velocity Vd is equal to mu into E and this is equal, E is equal to, we know that here voltage per unit length, and from this it is also is equal to E tau upon m into E. Also you can write here E tau upon m into V by L. So this is basic formulas for drift velocity. Clear? I hope you understand. So please note it. Now one question here I discuss. Here question is, it is given a potential difference V is applied to a copper wire. Question here you note, a potential difference V is applied to a copper wire. Potential difference V is applied to a copper wire of diameter D and length capital L. Then what is the effect on drift velocity? Then what is the effect on drift velocity Vd? Here given on doubling the voltage, on first voltage is doubled, Second, length is doubled. Length of conductor is doubled. And third, diameter is doubled. Clear? It is basically based on formula given. Okay, so by using this formula you can solve now. Question you understand? Voltage B is applied to copper wire of diameter small d and length L. Then what will be the effect on drift velocity? So you can solve here. First question, it is given voltage is doubled. So as from this formula we know that drift velocity Vd is directly proportional to applied voltage. Clear? So V is doubled, so drift velocity also be doubled. Okay, so therefore V is doubled, so therefore drift velocity Vd also be doubled. Okay, same length is doubled. From this you can see drift velocity, second one, as Vd is inversely proportional to length. If L doubled, therefore drift velocity becomes half. Drift velocity becomes half. Okay, and third, Vd does not depends on d, that is diameter, does not depends on diameter, so it will remain same. So Vd remains same. Clear? So related to this, one question also I discussed here. Clear? So I hope you all understand.